Hi everyone, this is Dr. Karen's, and in this final video, I am going to discuss the reference section and some other things related to the unknown project lab report. So your references, remember, we're following APA format for both in-text citations and your reference page. So your references must be on a separate page at the end of your report. You have to have at least 4 references, and one of them must be the lab book because you're definitely using this book to conduct your tests. At least one of those references must also be from primary literature, and that means a scientific journal article that describes experimental work. There is some guidance in the unknown folder in our eCampus course about what primary literature is, but this is an excellent reason to go visit the library because they can help with that as well. Um, you're not going to be using any type of reference materials. So, no Wikipedia, no dictionaries, no encyclopedias. Um, I honestly wouldn't even I don't think I would accept the lecture book as one of your references. You can use it, but that can't be one of your 4. I want you to go to the library or use the library databases and look for things in that way. You must also not reference another student's paper. That's obviously, to me, that's an obvious no. Okay, so we're using APA format again. Oh, actually, the guidance is right here in the instructions. I totally missed that. So I have a link here for guidance on APA format and a link for for guidance on primary literature. But you can find those guidance links also in our eCampus course as well. So that's the last section of the paper. Now, kind of stepping back and looking at the paper as a whole. What are the criteria for success? How can you be successful in this paper? This is a lab report, and while I understand that it might be the first time many of you are writing a lab report, this is not meant to be a huge deal. Yes, it's worth a lot of points, but you're really getting graded over your experimental work as well. Um, Honestly, this should be easier than an exam. And I feel like this should be an easy A or B if you follow the directions. And that's really what you have to do. Follow the directions. Follow all the instructions in this document. Pay attention to the details, especially where I say, don't do this. If I say don't do it, don't do it. The last page of this document shows the rubric, and I'm going to go over that in a second. Use the rubric. That's your checklist. That's what I'm going to use when I'm reading your paper. Make sure you've done everything in the rubric to get the points that you want. It's easy to me. Um, again, follow the directions, and you're going to do well on this project. There's a link here that gives you for rules of plagiarism. Again, you're writing this paper on your own. Yes, you're going to be citing some outside resources, but you need to know how to do that without just copying and pasting exactly what somebody else said. So go to this link for further clarification. You can also visit the library as well. They can help we have writing tutors. They can help you with the writing part of this. That is fine. If you need someone to proofread, if you need help finding sources, if you need help determining how to cite the sources, how to incorporate that information into your paper without it being plagiarism, go to the library. They are there to help you. Grading penalties. This is in addition to the academic dishonesty policy listed in the syllabus. If it's late, it is a 0. Please do not make me do this. I will tell you, there was one time where a student, this might have been before I required a digital copy. I was just accepting paper copies, and they needed to be handed in during lecture, just like yours. And I had someone come in well after lab ended. They weren't in class. They missed lab. They came in hours later, came to my office and handed it in. And I had to tell her to her face that it was a 0. Please abide by the deadlines. If you're missing one version, or either the hard copy or the digital copy, or one of those versions is late, that's an automatic 10 points off, as long as you turn it in. If you work with others, like I mentioned in another video, that is a 0. You are working on this on your own. Okay, the last page here. This is the rubric. So what are you getting graded on? Structure and appearance, the abstract, the introduction, materials and methods, results, conclusion, and your references. And here are the requirements for the point values. So structure and appearance is worth 15 points. If you want 15 points, make sure you do all these things in the rubric. Abstract is worth 10 points. Make sure you do everything in the description here for 10 points. Introduction includes at least, but not only, all of the 8 required elements of the introduction. Go back to the introduction part of the instructions, see what is minimally required. If you want full points here, you have to give me more than that. And you need to write it in an engaging way, like not just a list. I know it's in paragraph form, but don't just list things. You need to be, this is, make it interesting, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Materials and methods is worth 30 points. Do all these things under the 30-point category for full points. Results worth 30 points. Include everything in here, everything that it says. That's what I'm looking for. Conclusion as well, worth 30 points. Make sure you do all these things that are listed under 30 if you want full points. It is possible to actually get the wrong microbe and still get a good grade on this, because if you interpreted your test correctly and your key was correct and you used your key correctly and you did everything I asked of you, then you're going to do well. You're getting graded on, did you make the correct interpretations? Did you use your key correctly? And did you give me the information I'm asking you for in this paper in the way I'm asking it, in the way I want it? So follow the rubric. Come here, look here, and see what you need to do for full credit in each section. References as well. Okay? I can't make it any easier for you to figure out what you need to do to get the points that you want. But if at any time something in this document is unclear and you need further clarification, please come ask me. You can ask me those questions about the instructions to make sure you're doing what I want you to do for this paper. Okay? Good luck, everybody.